you. Feel like I'm at the tippy top of my game, looking down at the rafters. I had to sun these boys, can't leave them bastards.
Yo, this your boy High Riser, man. Welcome to another episode of Mixtape Tour Stories.
Yeah.
Now today is a very, very, very special day. I got the OG, my big brother, man, the originator, one of the first, that took me on the asphalt to play, man. A Dallas Wings coach for the WNBA, a legend, Headache.
Yeah.
My big bro, Headache.
What up, sir?
You giving me a headache.
Welcome.
What up, High Rod? What up, Marvin?
He gave you the government, bro.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome. Welcome, Mr. Tim. Welcome, Mr. Tim.
Thank you. Always a pleasure seeing you, sir.
Yo,
Always, man. Always.
What up, bro?
yeah.
What up, sir? What's going on?
Man?
How's it going in Florida, bro?
Man, it's great, yo. When I wake up, my knees don't hurt.
Yeah,
It's that good weather.
he right around the corner from me, man. He hiding, man.
Hey, we swim in December, right?
Be in the ocean.
Yo, one of the first questions we like asking our guests: what park you rep? What park you rep, Headache?
Oh man, I'm a Harlem kid, but I started out playing in Battlegrounds. A lot of people don't know what that is, but Battlegrounds in Harlem was a park that was kind of created by the OGs like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, my father, Bob McCullough, and they used to play every Sunday. And that's how I think a lot of us met playing, because in that era, so like Bob McCullough, they call it, everybody from New York know about Battlegrounds. All the old players who played, like Kobe Bryant dad, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, like I said, Bob McCullough, Pee Wee, Stu Barnett, all these guys that was all time, like they bring them. My dad brought me to the park, and that's how I met D Threat and all other guys that we grew up playing. Cause we was playing like on riding bikes, and they was out there hooping for real. Like, and that was like and that's how that generation. So like when I was in camp with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the Knicks, he asked me like, and I was like, I don't remember him ever being there, cause you young. He was like, yeah, do Bob McCullough still do the stuff at Battlegrounds? I was like, nah, they stopped doing it. But that's how my mentor was, because he remembered that going there and playing. And people don't understand, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar really was like a Harlem dude that did a lot of stuff in Harlem. So that's where I repped that one. And then my other park is 141st Street in St. Nicholas, where I was able to develop my game, and I go to Battlegrounds and do that competition and compete.
For those who don't know, where was the Battlegrounds located in Harlem?
Battlegrounds 152nd in Amsterdam. You can't miss it. You drive straight down Amsterdam, and you see it. Everybody used to be in there Saturday morning, 8 o'clock. All the OGs be out trying to get the park, and then you come in. If you lose, just go home.
You ain't getting back home.
So that's for like example, like all of us that went up there, and y'all know this because y'all know the names. Y'all from the city. So like in the morning we go there, so it'd be like me, Sham. You go through the list. Tip Dog. Rodney Murray, another called Nutter Butter, ST, the Black Nissan. Like all these dudes grew up in Harlem, so when you got to the park, Lefty, all these different guys be in the park. Like, so that's who you competing against. And we was young, so we just trying to get on the court. And then when they left, we played. And that's how I kind of went. And that's where I really, I remember getting Harlem and Battleground. And then my park that I developed my skill was 141st and St. Nicholas. Because I'm a Sugar Hill kid.
Dope. Yeah, so how did you get the name Headache? Who gave you that name? How did you get it?
There's a few stories out there, bro.
Man, there's a whole bunch.
There's a few stories out there, bro.
I say the myth, the man, and legend. I let a lot of people talk, but Duke Tango and them kind of the cut it short. There's a lot of stories out there, and I let them do what they do. But Duke Tango and them really gave it to me and made it stick. Everybody had to call like I was injured. It was this, it was that. Because in Harlem, like people in that Battlegrounds, they knew me as Twinkle Toes. Because I was always dragging my toes going to the rack, and I'm quick on my feet. And I was the kid that always had the hole in the right shoe on the top because you drag your toes. Like toes, 1, 2. So, and that's how I was always beginning. But then when I got to 55th, and my first time really playing, and I was just a havoc on both sides of the floor. Because like in high school, I was basically known for defense. Yeah. I always could handle the ball, but I was really known for defense. Even playing in Rucker, I guarded everybody. Guard Charles Jones, all them dudes, Almo, I guarded all of them, and that's who I took them out of the game. Yep. So that was my thing. But when I got there, I'm playing against, a lot of people don't notice the old school dude. I was playing against, TNT Squad, with God Rest His Soul, you know, Big Dave, all them dudes that old school dudes that put that Master Rob, you know, and I'm playing against them, David Kane,
legends.
And I went at them and had like a real. My first game and went out, and then Duke just went down. You know, when Duke started stuff in the Tango, they be like, and we got a name, we gonna call him Headache, and he's giving no problem. You know, he do all the extra stuff. He started hopping on the court, you know, and he went crazy, and then the crowd went crazy. But the other part of that story, I did good that game, but David Kane. Show me why he was a pro them years. He the first dude that ever really
gave
like
business.
Yeah, made me like. But you know, everybody know he tried with the Knicks. He was considered jump shot. But you know, he one of Harlem kids that I looked up to. Him, Jerry McCullough, like those two dudes. I know when I played against them, if you didn't sit down, they moved you without moving you. Shake, rattle, and roll.
No doubt.
So when did you start playing that record, bro? Like, talk about, because some people who don't know you, they might not have known. Like, the real fans and shit might know, but like some people really might not know. They think you are a record dude.
Yeah, I started playing when I was young. Like, so, like I've been blessed to be in New York City because like people who not from here don't understand. Like growing up in Harlem and being able to be around these pros, NBA guys, Lloyd Daniels and Bob McCullough, Pee Wee Kirkland, Joe Hammond. Like these are the dudes I see on the regular and be like, what up? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, what up? And then you know, all basketball players know this. You walk by, you shoot the wrong jump shot because they have basketball. Like, man, fix your shot, put your elbow in. You know. Meanwhile, you getting tutored from Pee Wee Kirkland, who averaged 50 in the rucker. You know, like these guys. So that's what it was kind of. So I started playing when I was 14. So when I transferred from Rice and went to Mass Center, I was like, I wanted to. Joe Hammond told me the funniest thing ever. He first teach me how to dunk. He was like, yo, you gotta go to everywhere. You can't be scared to go anywhere and play. And I was like, and then, you know, as a young kid, I was like, what that mean? Because, you know, back in the day, the old New York, you just couldn't go to Brooklyn. You just couldn't go to Queens. You had to go with people.
Yeah.
And
you had to know somebody.
Know somebody. Right. They let you in that block. Like, and then even though you're in that block, you might still get jumped, even though he's with you, because he's gonna get jumped with you, and they're gonna probably make up later. But the simple fact that you brought him in there, but then people don't understand that concept. So I was like, no, what you mean by it? So I started going to Wingate Park. Taking a long train ride because I wanted to prove myself. And you know, always in your community, everybody gonna hate or whatever. I'm like, me playing against them ain't gonna make me better. Yeah. Because I'm not getting the time I want because everybody had their picks. So I started going to Wingate Park. I started going out to Queens and Mark Jackson, you know, 6'3" and under tournament. Started playing all the different tournaments. How I met Biz. My first time meeting Biz was him protecting me in Wingate. So I played with Mookie Thomas and all them. So I played with Al Pierce. I'm playing in Wingate. I made the All-Star team. Only Harlem dude in Wingate Park playing, killing. But nobody knew I was from Harlem. I'm just playing on a dude from Brooklyn team that run Wingate Park, who actually run the park. I'm on his team because I came out for the tryout. I'm from Humboldt Second and Convent all the way to Wingate Park. All y'all know that's a 2-hour trip. Yeah. Every Saturday morning to go play. I get there. I remember like yesterday, I'm playing the Wingate Park. I got two entrances, the first one and the one way on the other side of the park. Yep. And there's a long run to the train station. like 10, 20 blocks to get to the train station. So I'm playing, and Biz on my team. It was All-Star game. I come down, and I didn't know the dude was a drug dealer, you know, because I get him crazy. I shake him up, throw his leg. He fall. I throw out a Biz, dunk it, and everybody go crazy. And the announcer set me up. This is when you know announcers got power. He's like, yeah, and that's that boy, young boy out of Harlem, the only Harlem dude in Brooklyn.
Blew your spot up.
Yo, dude got up. It's like he was possessed. He got up and went straight for me. Like, it wasn't even like yo, he got me, good move. Like, he went straight for me, and then Biz looked at me and was like, yo, I got you, get your shit and go.
Bounce, bro.
As I grabbed my bag, and dude swung, and he missed me, I pushed one dude out of the way, and as I'm going toward the finish, we in Brooklyn, you already know what's about to happen. Yeah. Everybody just starts swinging. And I turn around, I'm taking off, and I'm running, and everybody's behind me. But I was young, I've always been fast. So I'm running, I get to the train, I get on a ride, and this is how you know athletes is special. We have a game next Saturday at 10 o'clock. Where I'm at. Right back at Wingate. Yeah. Because I didn't care. Like, I'm like, yo, it is what it is. It's part of the nation. Like, I'm coming to kill you in your hood. You upset. We gonna fight. You know, and then Biz, like, he called me like, yo, I got you, don't worry about it.
So what happened? You went back?
You went back and did what I did.
Numbers?
And then Biz, because Biz, remember, Biz older than me. So all, like, Shane on like 4, 5, 6 years older than me. So Biz like, I got you. You know, Biz was always good in the hood anyway. So Biz, I got you. So I started playing with Biz. I started playing Biz and your tournament and everybody else. And then I just became that guy. Like Speedy and all of them started taking under their wing. I started meeting the OGs, and then they just kind of pushed me to do better.
Well, yeah. I mean, we usually ask this question later But
Yeah, we gotta get it out now.
since you was talking about used to play everywhere, now a question that we always talk about is, a lot of these guys are putting that tag on themselves. They're legends. We got a lot of guys talking about they legend this, legend that. So our thing is, what makes a legend? What's the criteria? Is it chips? Is it you dominate? To me, like you said, you can't just play in one location and be a legend. You got to go around and put in work everywhere. Yeah. So what is your what do you think a legend is, and what do you think about a lot of these dudes putting that tag on themselves? And the end to that question is, did N1 have that juice back in the days where a lot of guys, because they were on a tour, they thought they were a legend, or were they legends before they got on the tour?
Well, it's like a 3-part answer for that.
Yes.
Because everybody know I don't throw punches I can't receive. So what I tell before, let's start with the first one with the legend thing. I'm super hard on it because where I grew up and played the game. Right? Mm-hmm. And like I tell people all the time, people call me a legend. I never call myself a legend.
Exactly. Yep.
Because at the end of the day, I tell people all the time, I'm one of the dudes that I played in everything. So I can play in a regular tournament, I play in Rucker, and I play in Pro-Am against pros. Right. And do the same thing I did against a bum, against a pro. I had Ray Allen guard me, can't guard me. I had these dudes guard me, can't guard me. I played against the Charlie Jones who led the nation in scoring, 3 years in a row. Yep. Like, dudes ain't playing against nobody, and I'm a legend. Like, you playing against people in your block. Like, when I walk in the arena, the guys that play in that era, they know who I am because they played against me, and they tell you, like, in a minute. When I walked into a camp, and they go, yo, that kid can play. Elton Brand see me, that's my dude, he can play. Yep. Like, I tell you before, I'll never say you can't play because you can't play, but your criteria depends on what you've done. Like, I tell people all the time, you can be a legend in the neighborhood, but if I ask you, like, what you score in this tournament, I tell people at 14, I was averaging 40 in everything I played in. So, and then people are like, oh, yeah, that's crazy. Like, in junior high school, I went from Rice High School, I lost 4 games in 4 years of high school basketball. Yeah. I played with some dudes like Richard Parker and all them, but I lost 4 games. I went to Rice as a freshman with Felipe, Jerry McCullough and all them. I played freshman ball. We lost 1 game in the playoffs to go to the states. Yeah. So, I transfer from there and go to Manhattan Center, I lose 3 more games. Yeah. Like, and I'm known, top 10 in the city. So when you talk to guys, I'm like when I first met Hassan, I was telling him, I always told you this. Yeah. Like, where did you play before you got here? What are you working on to get better? At the end of the day, it's about growing and developing, and somebody can't tell you, if I play against you, like, the problem is for any ball player in this room, right? I might know the dude who bust your butt, but his first name, his last name, what school he went to. Mm-hmm. If you can't tell me that, you a liar. Yeah. Like, that's true. That's real shit. I'll tell everybody say who the hardest guy I played against in college. I said in college was Andre Miller. One of the best point guards I played against. And I played against, and that included, I played against Ross, I played against Mar Jackson, but they older than me, they was pros. Yeah. But my generation, I tell people all the time, I played with Sham. Sham, my dude. I love Sham. Yeah. But the hardest guard I played against because the way he played the game was Andre Miller. Yep. I didn't like his pro game because he forced it. But in college, I guarded him for 30 minutes, and that dude, it was like I wasn't even guarding him. Like, I'm a good defender. He like, ooh. Yeah. I tell everybody, he's going to the league.
Yeah. Andre Miller was what, 6'6", 6'7"?
He's the same size. I'm actually probably half been taller than him. But he just played like it, yo. Like, his team was, we played against Utah, it was him, me and him was the shortest dudes on the floor. Matola, Doliak, Keith Van Horn.
Yeah. I remember.
And the other 2 guards, I can't even know who he was, but he was 6'6", 6'7". Yeah. Me and him was the shortest dudes on the floor. And so, and he was he controlled everything. Yeah. Like, pressing him, he liked to come off a screen, throw it. That's when you think about somebody, when you become a legend, like them dudes is like, it's dudes I play against, like, but another, played at Wyoming. You can name it. Like, I love Kareem Game. Yeah. Everybody wasn't fit for Kareem Reed for the pros and NBA because his size and only one hand and thing like that. Yeah. But in the midst of a battle in Rucker Park, anything you've seen him, that you don't want to be in that environment. Yeah. Oh, he's a monster. Yeah. No, and he played at St. Raymond's and won a championship. Yeah. You hear the criteria? The criteria talk for himself. High school, dominated. College, at Arkansas, dominated. You go down the list, Shamgard, here, Providence. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you get a guy that never played anywhere, how good was you?
That's true.
Right.
a lot of guys on social media that we talk about that's my age or maybe a couple years younger.
Yeah.
And they teaching, talking about how great they was doing something and I ain't never seen you. And this is what I tell people, our era was the era.
It was.
We was in every state.
Yep.
So when people tell me, oh, I was killing. So I'll tell you the funniest story ever. So every city I've ever been to, when I meet somebody, right, I get somebody to call me or a girl meet me and they be like, yo, my boyfriend used to play on a tour. He played against you. He's so-and-so. He's this thing. I'm like, I don't know who that is. But like,
No cap.
But like, not being funny, but like, you know, because dudes play against us, they get a T-shirt and they tell to get a chick
I
number.
gave 'em buckets,
they
bro.
tell them
They got busy.
I killed them. So now she happened to be a friend of a friend, and I walk in the room, and you know this, Dex. I've been in so many rooms with girls like, yo, my boyfriend played on the N1 Mixtape Tour, and he was killing all them dudes. And I walk in the room, and they're like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, like, and he's like, yo, it's my man Headache.
Get quiet.
Like, yo, tell me a nickname. Did you play with him? I don't know who that dude is. Like, I'll make you laugh. My kids are so funny because my oldest one like 13 and 15. So we had a game in Orlando, right? And I'm watching the football game play, my son playing the band. And my daughters are hilarious. Girls are hilarious anyway. So a dude walked to, hood dude from Florida. He told me he played ball back in the day. And I ain't say who I was or nothing. I'm just a black dude with like a whole bunch of white people in the stands, like 5 black people. So all black people talk to each other. He told me like, yeah, I used to play football. I was the king in football, but I really love playing basketball. Oh, that's dope. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, I play a little basketball. Never told me who I was. He go, yeah. Like, where you from? Like, from New York. He go, oh, man, you from New York? Man, I used to go up in Rucker Park and all that. I used to kill them A1 niggas and all that stuff like that. I'm saying like this. My daughters are hilarious because they like this. They start telling my wife, and like they like right here, and he's right here. They're like, Mommy, do you know who Daddy is? I know he didn't kill my daddy. Like, and I'm saying like this. I'm going, yeah, you did, yo, that's cool. Like, yeah, I used to kill skipping them.
Let him
like,
talk, bro.
Uh-oh.
I'm like, for real? like, what? Where you go up there and play? Yes, like 04, 06? And you killed all of them? Yeah, all of them do. Hot sauce, Headache, them? And then my daughter's like this. Oh, he lying. And I'm like this. Man, that's cool, man. You did all that, man. I used to watch them all the time.
Yeah, the truth comes out.
And my wife like this, yo, man. We walk away, my wife like, yo, you so wrong. I said, you gotta let people live in their own fantasy.
That's it.
Bro, you talk about hundreds of thousands of dudes who probably got that same story.
Oh, no,
dog.
yeah, all of it.
Real bad. Especially when they get the T-shirt.
T-shirt.
Yo, I had 50.
Yo, even if they only played an open run. But the story is going, oh no, I played in the big game.
You get the T-shirt or a pair of shorts. It's
It's over. You best do that. You
Shane said my name.
No, the best one ever, the funny one, I got a friend who went to college with me, right? His sister dating a dude, right? That said he played on the Mixtape Tour. This is how you know guys ain't as garbage. Like all our best friends, we ain't worth nothing. So they at the house of Mom Dukes. His sister, I helped train in high school so she can play. She played ball. Her dude say he's on the N1 Mixtape Tour. He's from Milwaukee. First of all, we ain't never went through Milwaukee. Let's start there first.
Right.
We ain't never went through Milwaukee. Like we went to Chicago.
Right.
Yeah.
We ain't never come through Milwaukee. We ain't never
Detroit,
run
all
there.
that, yeah.
None of that.
So he
Talk about Detroit, dog.
so he done made up a whole tour stop.
Yeah. But the funny part about it, he didn't know that her brother is one of my good college friends.
Yeah.
So us being dudes, what we do.
Yeah.
And he put me on speakerphone. So I don't know. I'm gonna be who I am. I don't care you because I'm gonna answer it. He go, yo, Tim, what up? He never say my nickname. He go, yo, what up? My sister met this dude, I want you to meet him. He say he playing N1 Mixtape Tour, his name is so-and-so, so-and-so. I ain't know I was on speakerphone, really don't care.
What's the name?
And he didn't give me. I don't remember the nickname. He made some funny nickname up. Like I don't know, like whatever his name was.
We can go back and find.
Yeah. So he go. Yeah. He say he play against you. And dude in the back and go, yo, who's that? He go, this Headache. He go, oh, yo, I'm a big fan of his.
Whole conversation shift.
And
Whole change.
Yo, this no lie. Like when he did that, my boy's sister was like this. Yo, she was done with him after that. Cause I'm like uncle to her. So she was like, yo, she cut him that night. Like he had to leave. Like, cause he lied about this. You can't lie on a game because you never know who your friends might know. Like you never know, like,
Yeah.
like, and somebody told me, hey, yo, I killed Dex. You already know what I'm doing.
Yeah, let me call him and find out.
Hey, Dex. What's your name again, bro? Yo, he said he gave you 40, Dex. But, like, it's amazing. Like, it's so many stories that we get those. Like, I know High Ride's been when we do it. I've been on a train in New York City with one of my best friends. Like, we chilling. And it's two dudes arguing about who's the best and what mixtape dude. I'm literally sitting on this side of the pole, sitting in the chair, and a dude go, yo, you don't know something about, yo, Headache is the coldest dude ever. Now, I'm on a 6 train because I live on the east side of the town. So everybody know I live on the east side of town. I'm from, El Barrio. So, like, I'm chilling there, and you go, yo, Headache is my best friend. And Will. Mm-hmm. Will like this. Yo, he's garbage. He's feeding the flames to the other dude that's like, yo, Headache is garbage. I don't know why y'all even like him. He ain't garbage. I'm sitting there watching the conversation happen in front of me. Yo, that's my dude. I met him. He all that. Will was like, yo, you met him for real? And Will kind of slide next to me. You met him for real? Yo, he's garbage. I tell him his face, he's garbage. I'm sitting there, dude, like the dude's still going hard. Yo, I'm telling you, that's my guy. The Headache is my guy. And then, the train, my stop come up. I go, boom. I said, yo, it's good to meet you. I never met you before. Good to meet you. He's like, oh, yeah, good to meet you. What's your name? I said, I'm Headache. How you doing? And the boy go, nigga, you didn't know him. That's how he went on. Like, Will, Will garbage. But Will fed the five like this. Yo, but it's amazing because that's what they do. That's what they live.
They live off of it.
So, and I find it like, I tell people all the time, and I think all of us do, we find that's kind of, it's insulting, but it's also a compliment.
Absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, you create something that somebody want to talk about.
Yeah.
And that's where I think a lot of people
still talking about.
Yeah, and we don't get mad about. I don't get mad about because I just find it hilarious. Like I watch dudes on social media talking about how good they are, and I be like, "Yo, you playing against 4 high school kids in the gym?" And
yeah, that's hilarious.
I wouldn't even walk in the gym with kids in high school when I was playing basketball. I only went where it was pros at. So like I tell people all the time, I see dudes on social media playing against dudes in the park that's 4. No disrespect, Dave. That's like 5'7" and below. I'm not even walking in that gym.
It's some 5'7" dudes that get a business, bro.
Man, stop it.
Yeah, there's no Spudwell, Muggsy Bowles.
Yep. What was the other kid that played at George Washington? He was nice.
I played against him.
He was nice.
You talking about Earl Boykins.
Earl Boykins. There was another kid too.
Earl Boykins nice. and the other one that played at Eastern Michigan.
Yes.
I played against him too. Yeah, he can shoot that thing.
I forgot
from
about
DC.
Earl Boykins,
DC. And Earl Boykins was the strongest dude in the league. They would say he was lifting the strong.
Yeah, Earl Boykins was.
He shot that thing.
About him.
Almost like 400.
Yeah.
So what would your criteria be to call somebody a legend? What is your criteria?
Me, it's hard because at the end of the day, I need to see work.
Yeah.
I need to see work. Like, you got to put real work in. I'm like I tell people all the time, like, circumstance makes sacrifice and sacrifice makes circumstances. And it's a hard statement to say that because at the end of the day, I went through a lot of things in my life, but I took my sacrifices and made it my circumstance. Because at the end of the day, when you look at something, you go, oh, I can't do that. So I'm going to prove people I can do that.
Yeah.
Like, I can go throughout the whole city right now, even as I stand here now and being one of the best dudes to touch the basketball, I can find 100 people who say I ain't good.
Yeah.
But they still had to watch me on TV. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, like, I tell people all the time, so if you're going to be that person, show me the work.
Yeah.
Show me the work. I can name a whole bunch of guys that talk about what they did and then you can't prove nothing. Yeah. So that's my biggest thing. You got to show me the work because I've been around so many guys that proved they work through. I tell people all the time, like, I have a good friend that played, Bob McCullough's son that played at Iona, and he got a ring. And he always he looked up at his big bro, and I said, I'm always jealous of you. Because when I played NCAA tournament, I wasn't even going to get a ring.
Yeah.
Like, one of my good friends I got to meet was, people don't know this, is Headache Smith that played at Arizona State. I actually got a post of me and him on social media. When I met him when we was first getting big, he told me, my mom mad at you because you made my name famous. But he spelled it with a K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I told him, I said, I'm jealous of you because you got it when you was young. But now you got a documentary on Netflix, but you got it when you was young, and you had people in college calling you that.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I had it when I was going to college, but nobody in college called me that. I was on ESPN Slam and all that, but they was and Headache got the ball, he's destroying. Like they was really caught, as his era, it was real stingy. Like, and the ball go down the court. Like, they was like, Headache and the ball, he's killing everybody. Like, he really did it. To me, that's legend status. Like, you got people calling you stuff they wouldn't call nobody else in public or anywhere else, but they really call them that. Yeah, he had, the point shaving and stuff like that. But to me, that's ultimate. Like, Reggie Freeman. I can name all my guys. Charles Jones, Sham. Like, these dudes went to the NCAA tournament and I play NCAA, but circumstance did what it did. I'm never going to say what it happened because at the end of the day, I played the game.
Yep.
When I got on the floor in college, I couldn't be stopped, but I can't control when I get on.
Yep.
But
and one thing you did say that you one of the first guys who actually did it. Like Brooklyn dudes used to play everywhere. Everybody, like from Queen, it's like, dude, they thought as soon as you got off the train in Brooklyn, you're gonna get robbed. Dudes was not.
Facts.
So for you to be like, to play, and back in the day, Wingate was
Wingate was like you walked in.
Wingate was crazy back in the day.
Like when I first made Skip, so people don't know this. Like I really got my name out of my borough. Like I played in Baisley.
Yep.
I played in Ajax. I got the paperwork when I played in Ajax and had 13 dimes in the first half, playing with Charles Mann when I first started messing with Lost Boys and all them. Because I tell people, when I start talking, you be mad at me because I had Lost Boys getting a cab for me to come from Harlem over to play in Queens and Baisley Park. But we all know me and Skip the only two people that had a shooting in Baisley. When me and Skip played each other, when they had Garbage and Soul, and they brought Dave Erwitz, Skip, and one other guy, I forgot his name, to play against me because I was out there killing everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I'm 15, 16, playing against grown men.
Beast.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so when people say, oh, yeah, he wasn't that good, I said, the proof is there. Like, it was a newspaper article that, like, 8 people died that night because they started shooting because they was betting on the game.
Yeah.
But y'all know you remember that. Like, it was crazy. Like, I watched the bullet go by me, and kids just started falling. That's the first time I said I was going to stop playing basketball on the street.
Yeah.
That's the first time that everybody running, and there was only one entrance in Baisley Park.
And we was talking about that because was that the Sniff tournament?
Yep. One entrance, and, like, nowhere to go. Like, so I played for the biggest drug dealer on one side of town.
Yeah.
And skipping his block on one side of town. And literally walked in. They stopped every other game for us to play that one game. It was like 5 games that day. So it was us, and on my team was crazy. I had Charles Mann, who should play with the Atlanta Hawks, who actually tried out for Atlanta Hawks on a private workout, who he jumped out the gym, who ran Lost Boy. His cousin's actually McDice. So he got that McDice family, jump out the gym, everything. Jason Bell, that played Iona, we was stacked. So we went there, and it was a good matchup. Skip came late, they went crazy. Dave Edwards, I didn't even know who Dave Edwards was at the time when he played. But I knew he had a commercial NCAA and was shooting the free throw, missing the free throw. That's all I knew. Like, I had to do shoot the free throw in the commercial. It was nice.
Yeah, Dave Edwards was nice.
Like from the tip of the ball at halftime, we actually have a picture of me and Skip at halftime. Both our shirts were soaking wet. And then after that, he brought the ball up. It was a move, and we heard gunfire. And we heard it was over gambling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
cool.
it was, and I tell people that's like people talk about the game of basketball. And that's why I think when we was on a tour, I never had a problem walking to any city. Nope. I was loving any hood. And I ain't never because I'm comfortable because unfortunately New York made me
New York
like that.
Is different.
Yeah.
Like, now walking in Baisley Park and nobody know you. First of all, people don't know this on the thing. It's a 2-fare zone, first of all. Yeah. So anytime I didn't get picked up and I had to take a train to a bus to a dollar van, to get to Baisley Park because I don't know where I'm going, and then walk in the park and everybody look at you like this as you walk through.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, that's crazy. Back in the day, like you said, you gotta know somebody to go. You can't just come in any hood and play because dudes gonna test you like, yo, who you know here?
Yo,
it's crazy.
Your part of town. So my baby sister's from Brownsville. So I used to always go to Brownsville Project and visit her for like a weekend or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I tell people all the time, I used to get in fights all the time because I used to test my skill. So I'd be in the park shooting around, my sister, she playing on the swing, whatever. Dudes come out, let's play. So you know how I go back and think, play my man one-on-one, you ain't that good. Meanwhile, I'm in the cut like, I'm about to kill this dude. He don't even know. But I'm in Brownsville. I'm not from there. They know I'm not from there. So we start playing one-on-one. I start tearing them up. Then people start coming, start betting money. Oh, young boy got it. Then by like the 5th time I drop a dude and lay it, I'm fighting.
Yeah.
I go upstairs, they jump me. I get like a little lump or whatever. I go upstairs. I go, what happened? Nothing. I'll be outside tomorrow. Same thing.
Yeah.
Because in that day, it was like, okay, I'll be back tomorrow, but one-on-one, you can't beat me in fighting. You're going to need 5. So it's all right. I go out there, and then after that, when I come through the block, and they be like, oh, man, that kid.
Respect.
And then now I walk through the hood with no problem because they know, okay, that's the athlete. He's good. So when I started going to Baisley, all them parks and playing different things, I had to come to Rucker on a train by myself, dolo. Yep. I'm like, what's that? I don't even know what's that. We'll get on the map. Okay, here we go. I might be 10 minutes late, but I'm going to get there because at the end of the day, to me, a lot of dudes don't do this. Nobody does this as athletes no more in this generation is that, to me, it was about the work. I want to see everybody because I don't want anybody ever say that they killed me. And there's a lot of people that lied to me, they killed me. I'm like, nah. I said, people see me play. I play against a lot of great dudes, and I give them their props. But you giving me 20? Never.
Yep.
Never. That ain't happening. I probably like 3 or 4 dudes that did that.
Yo, closing out, like, you know, the Legends thing, people say, like, why is New York so competitive? And, like, a lot of the Legend talk is always kind of geared from, you know, people from New York. People don't realize in other countries how serious street basketball is because of the drug money back in the day, the hustlers, how much money was being bet on the games.
Yep.
That's why it's just a different level here, bro.
And New York just got a different energy. Like we always say, NBA players, you know, they go play in any other city, people might be awestruck, like, oh, look at da-da-da.
They don't care anymore.
And here,
Not here.
a NBA player come to the park, dude's eyes light up because like I'm about to get my rep off of him. I'm about to go at his neck.
What
And
they
that's,
say?
That's just how it is.
Pay like you weigh, yo. Pay like you weigh.
That's it.
That's what we see. Like I tell everybody all the time, my first time, Mark Jackson always laughed about this. Rod laughed about it. I did the Mark and I did the Rod Strickland my first time meeting him. And I picked Mark up in FIT gym. We used to have the workouts.
Yep.
I picked him up. They know God rest so Arnie Jacobs, who's coach all of us and train us.
Yep.
He said, yo, Tim, get in there and guard Mark. I'm like, bet.
Yeah.
I picked Mark up 94 feet. He turned me, you know, that little thing. He's a turn. And he took it easy on him. He turned to spin, and I got him and went down and bounced that joint, dunked it. And looked at him. I got him. And I picked him. The mistake I made was I picked this pro up again 94 feet like I was going to do it again. And now as a young kid, I didn't know I turned the switch on.
Yeah, yeah.
So now he gets the ball now, same motion, and this is when you learn lessons that these guys don't get because they don't play against real dudes. Now I pick him 94 feet. He go in, out, back. When he finished the back move, I swear I'm facing nobody. And he's laying the ball on like this. Great move, Mark. Tim, get the heavy ball. You gotta play defense. This was some bull.
Man.
But that's how you learn.
Well,
So that's why I said earlier, like if you tell me if you can't name the person that killed you at least one time, then how did you learn?
Yeah.
Even architects who build buildings, some of them fail.
Yeah.
Before they figured it out, like which angle, how to put the brick down. Like, so you can't tell me that.
And a lot of the NBA players, too, people think that, you know, with these dudes, all the fancy stuff. But I remember when, back in the days, man, when I played in the pro-am, we played against Rod Strickland. And if I tell you this dude come at you, pull-up jumper, simple. You look up, he got 50.
Yep.
You're like, yo, and he ain't do nothing fancy. It's just, these dudes just fundamentally sound.
Yep.
Fundamentally sound, dude. I mean, and his finishing layup package, like, I mean, dude was just crazy, man.
That's why girls basketball is dope, bro. The fundamentals on another level.
It's just crazy, dog.
It's crazy, like being able to train, like. Well, I used to train with Teresa and them, and I used to tell everybody, I used to put money on the side with Clue in them because I'd be like, yo, like Vicki Johnson, Becky Hammond, I used to play with them in Basketball City, and I'll be the 5 for them and rebound. And
that's dope, dog.
We play against like all the guards. So we'll train for like an hour, 2 hours, work on our stuff. And I see them, so I guard Spoon and them, so they have the dips. When they play against women, it's easy. We play against guys that play with something like that. We're like, yeah, we're gonna play. We play at 11. I said, y'all hope y'all gonna play hard. And then they look up, it's 9-zip because Becky Hammond ain't missing.
Fundamental.
Spoon, who y'all don't see shoot all the time, ain't missing. And then Vicki Johnson's a Hall of Famer for shooting threes. And then I got Kim Hampton and Tamika Whitmore as posts. Like, so they like, oh man, and now they mad. And they want to fight because like, hey, it's your fault. You should get cable. They play every day at the Garden. Yeah. But that's the difference. Like I tell people before, coaching, I love coaching both sides. I'm probably the only coach, unless if somebody finds somebody else. I coached at Cincinnati State. I coached the guys and girls and got a championship for both of them and took them both to nationals on teaching them. But it was easy for me to teach the women because women is analytical when it comes to that. They want to be perfect and get it right. And so once they get it, they can go. As a guy, I know what happened with most of my guys. I have to kick their butt and show them why they have to do it for all them to get it.
Right.
And then once I kick their butt, one-on-one or whatever it is, now they listen.
Now they want to listen, yeah.
So it's a different dynamic. It's like they go around the whole block, but women go like, I want to get here. How you show me to get here? So when I do that with the ladies, it's a lot easier.
Yep.
But with the guys, it's easy for trainers to sneak in and coach these guys because they're already athletically gifted. So if you tell them to go play between legs and jump, a guy can do that. But a girl who can't do it, give me a week, she gonna do it better than you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference.
But you can't get into the league doing that as a woman. A dude who could just jump out the gym, who can just come in, he gonna get a spot on the roster.
Yeah.
You're not getting a spot as a WNBA player like that. You gotta bring something to the table. You gotta be your spot.
You gotta be consistent. I tell all athletes, what we think I should work on? Be consistent.
Yeah, that's it.
Because like one of the coolest things that I heard Vicky John say to our team, and I think it's for any player. It's for any player that want to be looked at from any level on basketball. And I tell people, the only time I ever got cut from any pro team or basketball team was when I tried out for New York Knicks in Indiana. It was all pros. I never been cut from a pro team ever, ABA, CBA, whatever I tried out for. And my thing was always told, and VJ made it cool, one game we played, she made it clear. She said, the biggest problem I have with players, they don't understand this, is that I should be able to close my eyes and be like, I know for a fact, Dex is going to give me 12 points. And this is the basic, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 6 steals. I should be able to close my eyes and do that every night with you. Anything above that is a bonus. But when you give me 2, then 8, then 5.
Not consistent.
So now, so you might get one game of 30, but now you're like this. But your whole story and portfolio is really weak. So when I tell players, I say I want you to be consistent.
Yeah.
Do something that you know you can do every night.
Yeah.
Because now you get a job, and then once you get the job and you can do that consistent, now you add to your game. Yep. I tell girls and guys when I train them, I say I'm not taking nothing from you. I'm adding to your tool belt. You know, and that's the difference between being a pro, being a legend, understand that. And I think when more players do that, that's why I love Mar DeRozan game, because we talked about it earlier. He mastered the mid-range.
Yeah.
So anything else he does, it looks incredible because everybody's scared of his mid-range. So he gets whatever he want to get because you know if he gets the mid-range, he's going to knock it down. But you got to think about it. If you're a defender, if you got on a person on defense, where are you standing at? In the mid-range.
Yeah.
So you got to give up something. If you step forward, he's in the spot. If you step back, he's in the spot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but nobody thinks about that when they play the game because nobody want to be consistent. They want to be known. They want to be famous.
Yeah. You used to say that in practice a lot, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rise, you just dunk. We'll work on your game in the next city. You about to get signed.
Yo,
my thing was always like even when I work at a job, my thing about putting my people in the right position.
Facts.
Every time.
Like so that I would never tell. Like I'm being funny, but I'm being serious. I would never tell Dave, "Hey, go get that thing off the top shelf." When I got high rise from 6'5".
I'm gonna throw you the alley though, my nigga.
Like, but coaches do that. Hey, Dave, go do that. You be like this. Why you want me to do that?
Put you in that box.
So now we gonna fail.
Yeah.
But his strength is probably pushing the ball, throwing the ball, doing this, playing defense. I'm not gonna tell him to go score the ball. That ain't his strength. He's comfortable going screen and roll with high rise, and high rise will go and get it.
Yeah.
But in
Pick
life,
and roll will be deadly, dog.
yeah, especially when you go between the legs. But anyway,
Deadly.
Yeah.
Yo. Deadly.
but that's what I think as people, that's why I think that, and we realize that, and we know I tell people all the time, I never leave my lane. Oh, you should do this. Nah, that ain't my lane, bro.
Oh, that's facts. Bro, what makes you understand that shit, dog?
It's not my lane. I'm not
Play
doing
your
that.
role.
Yo, we want to know now. I know you got some good tour stories.
Oh Lord.
Hey, Rise, talk to your man about some of these tour stories.
We got so many, man.
Hey, we could
go from Sauce Tour,
Give us a
Killer
good one.
Crossover Tour. We could go to Headaches Tour. Of course, And1 Tour. It's many of them.
Oh yeah.
I think you gotta start there.
We need a story. Give us
You
a
the
good,
original, bro.
Give us a good mixtape story. Let people get a peek inside.
I'm trying to think about the ones that I can share. That's the hard part. Like, what's the ones I can share? But I give a funny one. I give a dope one. Like, I think one of the dopest things that I think that ever happened for us was we was in, I want to say either Arizona. I think it was in Phoenix. Was it Phoenix? I think it was Phoenix or somewhere.
What year?
This 2003.
Yeah, this was, yep.
When
I
we,
remember this one.
Like
You was 16? You was 16 then, right?
No, boy.
No, my bad.
19.
Yeah, you was young.
19.
Like we in Phoenix and we doing an open run. That's when Ali Mo all of them started joining. Ali Mo first joined
On the opposing team.
and we was out there and we was like, and we thought, so we pull up, the crowd is crazy, like we can barely get in, and this dude pull up in a red Mustang, right, brand new,
Oh, yeah. I remember that one.
and he was like, "Yo, I love y'all." I'm like, okay.
I remember that.
Brand new Mustang, red. He pull out a big ass Sharpie.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, headache. Hey, yo, ow. I need you to sign it. With a paper bag. No. On the hood.
Yep. There's a picture of that float.
Sign his car.
I want you to sign it on the hood. I'm gonna have him go over it with the art so it can be framed in it.
Oh, that's dope.
And he did it too.
I'm like, you sure? You want me to write? I think you want me to write. I'm like, no, $50 car. I'm gonna sign it small. He's like, no. Hit it.
Yeah, I remember.
You sure? Nah, hit it. I need you to do it big. Okay. I hit the first one like this at the H. Oh, that look dope. Keep going. I'm like, nah, you serious, bro? I signed it, hit it, like across the middle. Ayo hit it. Like, man did it. Like always we stood back and you know in our mind, we like, this dude crazy. Like we can't, but that was the magnitude.
That's how much it meant to the culture, dog.
Like it was just different. And like people don't understand. Like I tell everybody, like AI, 100%. Like because of him, it made it easier for us to move.
Word.
And without him, we still move, but it kind of made the NBA take a look at us. Cause I tell everybody, like, besides the NBA, like, we talk about it all the time. Like, all of us that's older, that's over 35, NBA only played one song at the games. Until
the mixtape tour, yeah.
That was it.
That's a fact.
They came and won our games, and so I see all the NBA guys coming to our game, and I'm putting the ball down to Usher, and rocking to the beat, and then we get a bat, and then lay up and get a dunk, and the crowd go crazy. And they play another different song, everybody go crazy, walking out, and they like this. Oh, this works so good. Then fast forward to now.
Yeah, they playing. Yeah, it's a glorified mixtape.
Yeah.
Are you like they bleeping out everything? Family environment. Like you remember this? I tell everybody, tennis. I think it's the funniest thing ever. I remember when tennis first did their urban commercial. You remember that? When they had Pierce Sam, all of them, they playing rap music, they was jumping over the concrete and doing. I said, y'all see this?
Yeah.
Like they did an urban commercial for. It's nowhere in the world you can make tennis urban.
Nah.
They tried.
But they did it because they knew.
Yeah.
Music and sports go together, but they didn't know how to do it. We mastered because that's in our nature. Like I tell you about the time, like because our first 7 was a mixture of guys who really didn't get along, but because we were so different, it made it work.
Yes, it did.
When you talk about like Wu-Tang, you talk about different groups, you don't ever get along. It's part of nature. Like I got brothers I don't get along with.
Yeah.
But because we all was different in our own aspect, it brought something different. Like I tell people when we first signed God Rest His Soul, my little brother and big brother Mark Jackson, when we signed Escalade, I told Ant, I said, we're signing him not because how good he is or whatever he is. It's a million people, big boys, that look at him and go like this, oh, he's me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what I brought to it. Cause I was like, when we went to meetings, he'd tell you, I'll be in meetings like this, nah, we ain't doing that, we gonna do this, dude. I said, because at the end of the day, a lot of time, when they didn't look at us, my degree's in marketing. I'm thinking about the total picture. And SK became God on tour. Everybody loved the big boy. He come out there and hit 2. And the funniest story, so SK used to tell us, yo, I got 2. We're like, what you mean? I got 2.
Yep.
What do you mean, S? Nah, I'm telling you, I got 2. Yo, S, what you talking about? Now I got 1 time down, 1 time back. I'm good for the rest of the night. Yo, I'm dead. Am I lying?
Nah, you lying.
Steve was running y'all too.
but let me now before Steve. Steve wasn't like he wasn't a part of this. Like this was when the tour was us. Like we didn't lose. We had to argue. We knew. We just clicked. Like I can't make this up. Esley like I got 2. And then I peeped what he was doing because after he did it, he'd take his shirt off. And then he gave it away. He had to play no more. Right? So he was a genius at his craft. So SK come down like, yo, I got 2. If he feel he might give you 4.
Yeah.
Like, so he come down, he be like, so I already knew I gotta get the ball right away. Like he mastered, yo. Like I can't. Everybody who know, I love God.
So he gonna get it off early.
Get over. He come down, another big dog come down. Big dude be banging him. He's like, hey, I got 2. Okay, I throw him the ball. Yeah. Size him up, bang him, bring him out. Yeah. Hit him with
a little spin move.
Spin move, lay it up. Hit back pedal. Play a little D. Come down again. Do grab hit pump fake him, throw his head, spin, and do that one-handed dunk. Boom. Take everybody go crazy, throw it in the crowd. Hit one by me. It was like this. Yo, I'm done.
Shower. I remember that. That's some good for that.
The crowd going crazy, all the big dudes and their shirts on. I'm like, this dude just got himself out of the game and only played 4 minutes. Are you kidding me? Like, he on side this.
I remember that.
Y'all like, yo,
that's crazy.
He just pimped the game.
I got two.
Yo, I said, yo, ask him, we be like this. Yo, that's just hilarious. Like that to me, like, that's what the Mixtape Tour was about. It was like all of us coming together and knowing. I tell people all the time, I'm like, when somebody's gone, you let them go.
Yeah.
But in the midst of it, we're the only team I think ever to snap on each other while the game is going on.
Exactly. Funny, yo.
like we was in. I think it was in Dallas. So God was so Ali Moore on the floor. We in Dallas and we in a pre-run, right? I forgot who was getting cut. They was getting destroyed. And Al subbing, Alba, let me get you, because if I leave you out here for one more play, you ain't gonna be on tour no more. And Al subbing started thinking. He said, see, that's how you do it. You don't let these scrubs get out here and outdo you. Like, just Al being Al, but it's hilarious and the crowd going crazy. But we're having a conversation while we busting your butt. Like, yo, I got it's my turn. Don't give me the ball. And they playing defense. Like, no, Al throws you and they throw it to me. Man, then you go. But meanwhile, you in the middle playing defense and we throwing the ball around. Like, man, you stop playing. To me, that's why our team was just different.
Yeah.
Like, we never ever worried about our opponent.
Yeah.
It was really about us. Like, we be arguing with each other and be mad at each other while we playing against you, killing you.
Up 30.
Like, yeah, shut up. Man, give me the ball. 3. Man, why you let me shoot that one? Everybody they're like, what's going on? Like, meanwhile, we laughing and mad at each other, but we getting it done. Shannon coming and sub, I got you. No, I won't come out. He come in, get a sub, get a rebound, throw out loop the main dunking back. We go, yo, that was dope. Yo, stop playing. Give me the ball next time.
That's how it was.
But that was the tour, and then everybody was like, yo, y'all practice? Never. First of all, half the time you couldn't wake dudes up to get up and practice. So it wasn't no practice. It was just a feel for the game. Yeah. And then people don't know, like that first 7 to 8 guys, all of us played Division I basketball.
Everyone.
Yeah. Yep.
So, and that's a lot of times that's from the media, because they pushed us as guys. Like I remember the first New York Times article, I was so upset.
What they say about y'all, man?
Because it basically said when Spreewell, the New York Times, he choked the coach out, and they came back and they put the article in there when they talking about how, the M Mixtape is reviving Spreewell's career and all that stuff like that, which was dope. Then they got to us and was like, and Mixtape players are guys who had hard times and rough things in their life that prevented them from making the NBA. And I'm reading like, just graduated college last year. Didn't even get a shot yet.
Yeah.
She just made me a hoodlum without even talking to me.
Yeah. So speaking of that, what you just saying about, they were saying about y'all didn't get a chance. Was it a real beef with y'all and the NBA guys? Was it friction? Was it beef? Was it, because we were talking that, some guys said it was something like that, but then, I remember a lot of the guys were saying, yo, I'm on tour, I don't really care about the league. But then we posed the question that you was out on tour and Headache get a call from the New York Knicks and say, yo, we got this roster spot, we need you to come fill it.
I'm gone.
And that's what everybody said. So I was like, you can't get, because some N1 guys actually said that if a guy, played street ball and he went to the NBA, his street ball credibility is gone. I'm like, dude, that makes no sense, because everybody that played ball, your dream was to get to the league. Now, for whatever reason,
correct,
you didn't make it there, but everybody who played ball, you dream, I'm trying to get to the league.
Sometimes, I learned this from a lot of old people, sometimes you got to watch who's giving the message. Because their dream was, some of the guys that played on Mixtape Tour wasn't even built for that.
Word.
Like, so I tell people all the time, like, the guys that NBA, I don't think any NBA guy ever had a beef with me.
Yeah.
And I can say this with a straight face. Most of them feared me. Because they didn't want to stop. Like, I remember when we played in LA, and everybody know this one. You remember this LA. We played in LA. This is a game everybody was mad at me. Because in the LA game that when all of them came out, my boy Larry Hughes was there, everybody was there. The true game was supposed to be us versus them. Our non-athletes that was signed, NBA athletes that was signed, Sean Marion.
Yep, they were supposed to do it in there.
Everybody remember the game. Everybody was there.
I remember that.
That's when I wrapped the ball around my man Larry Hughes and all of them. They all played, and we was killing them. the game will be us versus them, right? So it's 12 o'clock. I'm in a
Marion
hotel
didn't
room.
play.
I get a knock on my hotel door room, and they knew they had to come talk to me because I didn't want to hear none of that. This is what we built it for. We built it for us against them.
Yeah.
You know, they sent Skip. They sent, people come talk to me like, yo, Headache, what we gonna do is, I'm like, nah, I don't want to hear that. I already knew they was gonna say, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
What's wrong? Because they knew they didn't want to get embarrassed. So the thing was, I'm like, our whole life we've been playing getting embarrassed. So why you scared now? This is what we built this whole tour up for, to prove. So now next year, as a marketing person, I go, next year, we get the next 9 NBA guys who think they can really rock with us.
Yeah.
And to me, a real killer goal, I want them because I'm gonna show them they shouldn't be in the league. But that wasn't the conversation. So we mixed the team up, and literally like the 4th play in, I think it was Brandon Knight, Ayo turned his ankle. Now you gotta come out because NBA money. You gotta protect NBA money. You gotta come out. I'm not mad at him, but you gotta put that ice on that ankle.
Yeah.
Protect that money.
Yeah.
And then I get the rebound and Larry who jump out on me. You see on tape, I wrapped around him and dropped him almost. He called me a whole bunch of names. I ran by him and we threw the oop and we finished it. But that's part of basketball.
Yep.
But we want to see, and the fans want to see us versus them but see, New York, we see it all the time.
All the time.
I see it all the time in the pro-am. Like, every day I play against pros. I play against Ron Tez, all the guys, Like, I tell everybody, Mike Beasley's first shot was here in New York in the pro-am. And we spanked them by 20 when he played with that team against us.
Yeah.
So I tell you all the time, like, we see these dudes all the time. Like, but that's what we wanted. So I tell you about time, I'm first of all, as an NBA, if I'm an NBA player and you're a street ball player, you doggone right, I'm gonna tell you I got beef with you because we competing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, if you bust my butt, an NBA scout should be like, dang, I made the wrong choice. I need to go get this dude.
Yeah. They ain't trying to see that. But you remember, that's the same thing at Rucker, Headache. A lot of NBA dudes was like, nah, I got to protect my brand. I'm not playing at Rucker.
And some dudes came out, and the dudes that came out there and produced, like, I love BD. That's my dude, right?
Wait, hold on.
Baron Davis.
Tell us some people who didn't produce at Rucker. Tell us some NBA guys who stunk it up.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
Tell us who stunk it up.
There's a lot of them, but I'm telling you, make it worse. When
He bypassed that shit.
No, I'm gonna come back. I don't duck. Look, the funny part is the announcers.
He bypassed
Because
that
the announcers get them. Like I remember when my guy, I was a big Maryland fan, when Joe Smith came out. He came off the Rucker. And he had a pound too. He was stinking it up. And Boobie was on the mic. And Boobie's like,
Boobie
yo.
Smooth?
Yeah.
Shout out to Boobie Smooth.
Boobie was like, yo, don't worry about it, Joe. We got you. When you get done here, you can work at me at Smart Beat on 125th Street selling pages. I was like,
Well, they get you.
It's different.
I've heard him several times say that NBA money ain't good up here.
Hey, Richard Jefferson came out and met Half Man Amazing when he was playing with the Nets. He's a monster when he played in the league. But Biz caught on the baseline and he went for that pump fake and Biz dunked on him with 2 hands and sat on him and looked at him. And then, Boobie come out of nowhere. He said, Richard, are you okay?
Yeah.
He did that Michael Jackson song. Richard, are you okay? Are you okay, Richard? And the DJ is a sucker. He started playing the music with it. And he said, oh!
That's crazy.
Damn, I wish I saw that, bro.
That's a different type of atmosphere. That's a different game. That's true ball, pause. Like, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm visualizing that shit.
A lot
now.
of players not used to that when you got the fans right there on you. They sitting there, they talking to you. Nobody cares about your NBA contract there.
And I'm going to tell you,
It's different.
the game without the whistle, that's where it's at. You remember those brutal practices? Them niggas fucked me up in practice.
I tell people all the time, we used to play, and like Speedy and them know this, we used to play 3-on-3.
Oh.
And my rule was this. I didn't want none of the guys that came in that was vets. I want the rookies.
Yeah.
Cause I'm a prove. I just take Pat all the time.
Yeah.
And if I
shout out to Pat the Rock.
And I'll be like, I like Pat. We got this. Don't worry about it. We play against the whoever on the floor.
Shout out to Silk. Shout out to Al B.
Yep. And we'll go at him.
Yeah.
I tell my young boy. I tell him, whoever on my team, Springs, all. I'm like, look, if I give you the ball and you give it back to me, I'm gonna be mad at you. I want you to go.
Yeah.
Because I know when I was young, old dudes pushed me. And because I was the old dude and I was the vet, I already knew I can always get my basket.
Yeah.
But if I let this young kid get off, now when I decide to get off, you don't have no help.
Yeah.
Because y'all two been killing your man, so he's scared now of you. So he not gonna leave you to help me because they already know I got the mismatch on you.
Yeah.
Because I tell everybody, I don't care who it is, you can't stop me from scoring. In my prime, no way. I don't care who you were. I'm gonna get by you. That's how just good my handle is. I'm gonna get by you. So you're gonna need help. If you back up, I can shoot it. So you're gonna need help. So if I get y'all two off and you start playing, and now these guys don't want to help because they get their bucket, and while you killing them, I'm adding fire because I'm like this. Get him, High-Ride. He don't want no smoke. So now High-Ride scoring. Oh, that's a good basket. Give him Pat. Oh, you kill him. Get him, Dave. Now he frustrated at me because you kill him. So now, like, and he ain't gonna help now. If I do it, you gonna kill him again. So now, I'm talking about y'all two. He forgot he's guarding me.
Yeah.
I'm the real killer. I got the bazooka. So I'm about to take you, and you don't even know what happened. And before you blink, game over. Okay, next, let's go. And they mad. So now the next game, they start fouling us. They start fouling my young boy. I'm like, don't worry about it. And then we set up back door. Go back door twice.
There you go.
Quick.
There you go. Probably threw it behind his back, over his head. Here, Rise, go get that.
And that's the part that he talking about. Like that's the beauty of basketball. Like now you have to figure it out. It's like fighting. I tell everybody, if you fought and you lost somebody and you fought him again, you lose again. By your third time, you got all his bag.
That's true.
Yeah,
the arsenal out, bro.
And that was some of my favorite moments that on tour when Duke, when he started talking about mano y mano.
Yeah, man.
Clear it out.
Don't nobody help.
In practice.
Yo, I used to hate that at 55th.
Nobody help.
I'm gonna tell you why I hate that at 55th. Cause I'm from the block. And he used to always do that when I was on D because he knew I can play defense. And you know, if you shift a little, the crowd go crazy. Even if they don't got a so just I'm playing against Bubble Chuck, my bad. I'm playing against Al Iverson, right? Yeah. And you know, they got stuff out there that I did some good things against him, but it's still AI. Yeah. So I know Bub. Like I know what he can do. I'm playing with Dan Dingle. I'm playing with Rough Riders. We get AI in them. So it's AI, Steph, KG. Like, this day 5. So then they got all the other guys from the city. That's Richard Parker. They got all my dudes. I'm like, okay, but I got a crew. I got Dante Brighton, Dana Dingle, Garrett So, Conrad McRae.
Yeah.
Kenny Sack. We got a crew too. But News Isaiah. But I gotta guard AI. So I pick him up, and here come Duke. I don't know. I swear Duke came out like a sky. He was nowhere in the court. And he like land right between us. Okay, one-on-one. What you gonna do?
Yeah, boy.
AI.
Looking dead at you, dog.
And you already know it. AI mind. He like, I'm about to. And the Reebok commercial just came out. With the
Yeah, when he hit the
I'm like, it's some bull. And he had to go by me on the side. I'm still on the side. He pull up and missed a jump shot. But even though he went by me a little bit, man, the whole way down, I got the bum head like, yo, he killing you. I got 8 people following me in my security guard. Yo, you ain't nothing. Yeah. I'm like, he missed a shot. But I tell people that right there, when I got to college, it was nothing.
It's nothing.
Nothing playing like we played at Utah in front of 30,000. It's nothing compared to somebody right here talking junk to you.
Well, that's New York City players, man. I remember when my man, big shout out to my man Lance Stevenson. I remember when sometime I used to see how the media and people used to go at him. And I used to hit him up like, yo, you good, dude? He was like, Dex, I've been in the spotlight since the 7th grade, dude. I played in New York at Lincoln. You think that bothers me? He's like, dude, that don't bother me, dude.
A dog, bro.
That don't bother me, dude.
Tiny needs to be in his butt too.
dude. But one thing we want to ask is, what was some of your favorite street ball moments? It could be a game, it could be a court, a player you played against, a game you witnessed, favorite tour stop. What was some of your favorite
That's a lot.
street ball moments?
Man, that's a lot. I'm gonna go a different approach. I think my favorite stop, I think, was in Portland. And I talk about this a lot when I talk to
Fesh year? You talk about the Fesh year?
I don't think he was on tour at this time. So we playing in Portland at the arena.
What was this, 02?
This is probably right when we started doing uniforms.
02.
But
I wasn't expecting you to say Portland. That's
because S was down with us.
Yeah.
Escalator was down with us. And we playing in Portland. This is crazy. So we playing in Portland, we had a good game. We won by 20 30. They was okay. They were kind of suspect out there anyway. But I tell everybody, whoever you bring out here, they're gonna get 40 because that's you shouldn't put them out here. If you send the best or don't send nobody at all. So we wound up killing. So they know me. Like when the line, we put the table out, we do 10 minutes of autograph. But my rule is I always been like this. I'm signing everybody who show up to the table. So I'll start at the table and then I'll get up and then security will walk with me and I'll walk down and do the whole line.
Like Ayo.
Yep.
They're good for that.
So me, Ayo, and Slay get up, we start walking down the line. We sign it. I said, come on, let's go. So we signing autographs, and then we get down like to the end. There's a little girl, like your mom, like they're a little frantic, whatever. And the little girl goes, mom go, yeah, you know, she really want a hot sauce, and half of the team already left. She really want a hot sauce autograph, you know. She went on herself because she was waiting. You know, she probably like 11, 12, and she went on herself in the bathroom. You know, clothes a little wet, and mom had to go wash up, or whatever. I said, well, hold on. So I went down, got hot sauce, come back up and sign autograph. I got them to give her some merch. Put a shirt on her, you know, we encouraged her, and the mom was like, she was really emotional about it. She was like, yo, this is so cool. And there's no disrespect to the Portland Trailblazers, nothing like that from back then, but it was different. The NBA was different. The NBA was a little more accepting. They wasn't really doing that with fans.
No.
And that's what separated us from that. And people always tell me like, yo, you taking too long. Why you take so long to sign autographs? I said, because at the end of the day, these people that support us, these people that take care of us.
Yep.
So we take care of them, they'll never forget that. And I still have kids these days that say that, because I'll be always the last one to leave, because I'm signing everybody who come up and get autographed, because this is what I get paid to do. This is what I love to do. But us doing that to that girl, you know, it changed her life. She came out, saw hot sauce, we put a shirt on her, and we didn't just let her be a person who just had a bad experience. And then that could have been a real bad experience for her.
Very.
Yeah.
She could be the next CEO, anybody, you know, to buy and shut your life down. You know, just weird stuff. So my thing was like, to me, that was the biggest point I like, because she stayed on the line and peed on herself because she just wanted an autograph of hot sauce.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? That to me is memorable, because it showed us, and I think that shows how much power we had and how dope the tour was, and for us to just, you know, a little forced by me and Escalade to give her a T-shirt and give her a poster and then give Hot Sauce jersey to her and sign it, and she'd probably never forget that and stuff like that. And to me, that's what the tour was about, because at the end of the day, community is what made N1.
Yeah.
Facts.
I tell people all the time, like one of the biggest things I think I did for the tour was when I forced them to make sure that we gave donations back to the community. My biggest thing was I was a Water State kid, so my parents died when I was young. So I told them, I said, hey, whatever city we go to, we got to go to a group home or something. I said, I don't care what we do, we got to do something. And if we don't do it, I'm not doing it. Don't call me to do any appearances if we ain't doing it. Because to me, the poor kids is the ones who really push our brand.
Yeah.
They the ones that go beg and go shoplift or go, you know, sell coins and do whatever they do to be there for the mixtape and be there to get the first one or buy a pair of our sneakers and stuff like that. So I forced them to start giving the $10,000 to the YMCA. And then like, cause one time I did like this real, not urban, but like a nice community. And I'm like, why are we here? These not really our fans. They're not coming to our games like that.
Yeah.
Let's get back in the hood where they gonna show up, you know, 10,000, 5,000, 6,000, 3,000. That's where it's at. So
I remember for life.
And to me, that's what remember me for the tour. Cause when we went in them, I got pictures of when we went in them hoods with them girls who didn't have none. We gave them T-shirts. They was more appreciative for the T-shirt and signing and stuff like that than anybody we ever went to. And to me, that's when we started touching people. That's when we became. That's when we became anonymous with the N1 Mixtape Tour, because now we're in the community that really love us. That's why we can go to Memphis and have all the gangsters with their cars and lights on and play against them. That's why we can go to Boston. Well, in Maine, probably remember, we went to Boston and they was talking junk. They called a rail station like, yo, y'all scared to come to this park. But they didn't know who they was talking to, because on that appearance, it was me, Biz, Maine, Ayo, Sauce. I mean, one more guard with us. And that's all the dudes from New York City. They ain't with Shane. Okay, we're park. We'll show up. When we got to the park, it was at least 3,000 people in there.
Yeah.
They had, and the crazy part, they already had shirts that match. Like, they really like try to set us up and we gonna do it. But we like, okay, we walked up and we laced them up. And Sauce shook the first dude. Ayo, they started playing physical. We like, nah, we good. And we went at them. It got a little rough. And I was like, nah, we got it, let's go. And then Maine started doing what Maine do. And they talking about gonna be crazy. And we had to show them like, hey, we got that too, but we gonna keep it honest. We about to kill y'all. And we wound up beating them by like 30. But it was like, we was in them deep in the hood in Boston. And they felt like that's what to me was like the best of the tour. We made them fall in love with us. The thugs and stuff like that. And they were, either you gonna like us or you gonna hate us, but in the result, we gonna win and we gonna make you fall in love with us. Because at the end of the day, we're not scared of y'all. To me,
I think y'all played at Washington Park then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's dope.
Like, and I tell everybody, like, it's not one hood that we never went to. Detroit,
Everywhere.
Chicago. Like, yo, y'all don't come here. Where's it at? Give us the address.
Yo,
And the crazy part was we was in Nellyville, and you know this, because I don't know who in marketing thought about this, when we had the red buses. We were in the wrong hood with the red buses. But we were still loved. we were still loved. But for the first 10 minutes,
it was kind of like,
now we didn't sit by the windows.
Yeah.
We was like, yo, we in a red bus. It's a lot of blue. Are we okay?
Yo,
That's the first time we met Master P and them, and they showed us love. Like,
yeah.
bro, speaking of marketing, dog, you're a marketing major, right?
yes, sir.
So like, you understand marketing from a business perspective. You understand marketing from a consumer perspective, right? You kind of disappear at the tour. What happened? Did you see the business taking off? You wasn't down with it? Was it they not marketing you? Like, where'd you go?
Well, it was never they're not marketing me because I did.
They did market you.
I did a lot of their stuff behind the scenes and before the scenes. I was one of the captains that handled a lot of stuff that went on. But lots of I can't talk about. But we got into a legal battle over contracts and stuff like that. And like any company or any people that's scared of somebody who got knowledge, they try to sabotage them.
That's fine.
And the one thing about me, anybody who know me, I don't do nothing if I don't want to do it. Either you meet me where I'm at, or we don't meet at all.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm good with it because I know who I answer to. I got a guard that I answer to every day and all day, and I'm not gonna change who I am for anybody else. And at the end of the day, like I knew Seth and them, they knew me before they knew me when I was Headache before I came on the tour.
Yeah.
They were to sponsor my AAU program. So when I ask you a question, you can't answer it and you try to be disrespectful. It's different than you just having a business relationship with me. When you was negative and we made you positive.
Yeah.
Because they started negative in the hole. And they met these nice 7 hood guys that made them a whole bunch of money. So end of the day, when you look at something like that, all I have to do is be fair.
Yeah.
And be honest. And then a lot of times, unfortunately, a lot of people look at things in their own eyes and not the whole picture. And I had to learn that. When you get older, you learn that for yourself. And I tell people all the time, like, you looking at it from your lens, and when you go into everybody else's lens and bring it together, then you have a better understanding.
That's why I asked you that, because like I see you looked at something different. It had to be like, you telling me legal battles? All right, that makes sense. Everybody, there's so many different stories, but that makes sense. So you was looking at it from a different perspective.
And the thing about it was, my thing was always for us to like, because we should have been the first black friends. And that's what it's about. It's about us. It was about, the only mistake for us as players was to give us something that we wanted that we couldn't have. And if we couldn't be in the league, we can have this and then give us opportunity to do other things. And to me, that's what's called building. But when you have people in front of you that try to stop you from being bigger than them, because if they lose you, then they can't be them. You know what I'm saying? So my thing was, I want to stop you from being you, but you got to let me be me.
Yeah.
Right. And if I can't be me, then we need to separate. It's almost like dating. If you marry somebody and she ain't on your team for real, you got to get rid of her.
So for better or worse, do you any regrets? I'm not saying for worse or for better, like anything.
I think for me, I'm built different. A lot of people, because my goals and stuff was different. My goal was, when I first got started, before I did Mixtape, I was trying to make the league. And that was my ultimate goal. And I tell people all the time, I'm never angry about anything, because I got to step to 3 thresholds, NBA teams, and try out for them without an agent, without any help from anybody outside. But good friends helped me get in them doorways. And it wasn't and one. But at the same time, my street ball nickname hurt me because everybody thought I couldn't play the game. Even though I got a junior college championship, even though I got a high school, all these accolades, but all they saw was the marketing of the N1 mixtape. They never had a conversation with me.
Yeah.
I played in the program against pros and destroyed and ran offense and all that stuff. But because I tell people all the time, our mixtape was bigger than life.
Yeah.
Yeah, way ahead of the time too, man.
So when you look at it, they went by that because that's all they seen. But I tell you all the time, when you look at it, you really look at me, I didn't do a whole bunch of tricks. I was just really, really fast. And I can move the ball wherever I want to.
Headache, you used to fuck some of them niggas up out there. I just got to be real with you. Look, even in practice.
And my thing about it, we used to play against Skip and them, and I played.
Yo.
I never, like, my high school coach said the funny thing to me, Charles Jan played at Madison Center. He said the funny thing to paper, he said, I don't understand, like, half stuff he about to do. Like,
Word.
I remember I kicked the ball to Rich on a fast break, and we playing against one of the top teams, and this is in a high school game, and Rich be like this, man, you got to have your hand, he don't know when he going to throw the damn ball. He going to throw around his head and go. But my thing was, if I got all this in my way and I got to kick the deck getting right here, I'm going to find a way to get it there. But my thing was I mastered it. So it wasn't like same thing with Skip. We mastered it so that we can do it in the game. Same thing with Sham. We're some of the best ever do it, but we mastered, so that's part of our game. But other people go like this: are you being fancy? No, if I can close my eye, look at you and still dime him, why is I'm being fancy? I mastered it.
Word.
Like Jerry West mastered underhand free throw. Nobody told me was he being fancy.
Yeah.
But it looks fancy. Right? Like,
Yeah.
but like it's like you said, it's looking through somebody else's lens, and they think because that's what it's told. Like if you do that, you being too fancy. My I'm gonna leave with this one. My college coach told me in practice, I was the best guard on the team, and he was a short white dude who was like 5'3", played Division III basketball, but he's assistant coach. And we in a workout with two of the other guards that was white and was me, and we going through workout. This is me. I was already headache. I came from junior college, won a championship. I'm trying to get better. We doing one-on-one drills. And I'm destroying the other two guards in front of me in a little one-on-one workout that we have. You know, do the workouts with the coaches. And he looked at me and said, you can't do that. You got to play more like John Stockton. You got to come off and pull it. And this is the young headache, no filter.
The braids.
I said, why would I play like John Stockton? I will destroy him. like, but it's, young, and I was dead serious. And I still think that he couldn't do nothing with me. But in the day was he tried to change me, but you recruited me for this.
Yeah.
This is what I do. I didn't turn the ball over. I did what I did, but they wanted to change the lens. So a lot of time, that's what it came to when it came up as a pro. Like when I played in Iran, oh, you're not a real pro. Okay, let me get 50. Oh yeah, you can play, but because all the other stuff, the hype, it's always that like, oh, but you did that, but I just gave you what you wanted.
Yeah.
But you still did this, but I gave you what you wanted.
Exactly.
Like it's almost like living your past. Like you have a criminal record, but you've been expunged, but they still remember that one time you had a bad day. And that's, to me, it's messed up. But now they take all our stuff and go, it was the dopest thing ever. Oh, you should see when they was doing it. But when we was doing it, you didn't like it.
Yeah.
So, have you talked to Seth since?
No.
And no one?
Nah, I wouldn't talk to him. He have to reach out to me.
Yeah.
And if he reach out to me, depending on what number he use, I might not answer still.
No, that's real.
Yo, so our thing is we want to end it off with this. We want to know your top 10 street ball players of all time.
Any era. Headache.
But that's
Alive, pass away, top 10.
because
Headache, we don't want to hear that. Headache,
a lot of dudes on A1 Mixtape wouldn't make because I come from New York City.
Right.
Name your 10.
It's so many. Oh man, like
your 10, top
Name
10.
your 10.
like I'm gonna go with the guys that I got to see and like pass away. So I'm gonna go with my guys like that deserve it, like Sham, Rafe, and then they not really street ball player, but they played like Master Rob, Doogie. I'll give Biz in there because I'm putting on guys main event in there because these are guys that people see on the tour. Like Ayo, I tell them to this day, only dude I know how to change direction like Jason Kidd all day long.
Should have made it to the league.
That run cross was incredible, wasn't it?
Oh man,
How many is that?
7, right?
That's 7. Yeah. And then I'm gonna give it to him because I know and I got to see a little bit of it beforehand, like the Pee Wee Kirtland, Joe Hammond,
8, 9,
the GOAT,
10.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about like Dr. J, Khadija Jabbar. These all guys, like as I said, like, it's hard to name because a lot of guys on Mixtape wouldn't make it because, like I said, resume is everything. We talking about Rod Strickland, Stu Barnett.
Yeah.
We talking about
Like you said, it's so many guys in New York,
like,
man.
but people don't understand that. Like Predator, like there's a lot of guys like people don't know. And I go to Brooklyn, like my big bros, all like Tiny Archibald, like these guys who played in New York City at the Dock Classic when programs to be at City College, like
Charles Jones, Lamont Jones, you got Junie, you got.
Like I didn't even go Reggie Freeman. Like I didn't even go like as I said. Like it's hard for us. Like David Kane, because New York City. I told you before from 88 to 98 or 97, it's over 100 guards that I don't care.
Shit, Dave Edwards.
That you can't even. What's the name? Also got passed with him. Lee Green.
Lee Green.
Garbage is soul. It's so many dudes.
Conrad.
Like Malik Silly. Like Silk. Like Garbage Soul Silk. Strick.
Yeah, God.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
God
I
rest
can
his
go down
soul.
a
Shout out to
list.
Strick.
Carlton Hines.
Like,
Yeah,
with my
it's a
hand,
lot.
so, like, it's
a lot. It's
so
a
it's
lot.
hard. Like, I can't name 10 because I got to see these guys destroy. I'll give you this one. I love Lloyd Dan because Lloyd Dan's the first.
Sweet
dude-
Pea.
Sweet Pea was the first dude I ever
6'8"
played against the
guard.
Pro-Am.
Yeah.
That they
talking about Sweet Pea?
Yeah.
yeah.
Sweet
so
Pea was nice,
So
boy.
Sweet Pea came in the Pro-Am, right? It's like when he first came back, he's playing overseas a little bit. So I knew who he was. You know the name, but you really don't know. He's 6'8". He don't do anything to you, but he's a pure scorer. He comes in the Pro-Am, and he came in the game late. So Mr. Couch goes, Headache, you got him. Because I was like the defensive stopper. He put me on him. My mindset, 6'8", I'm going to back up. So NBA 3, I'll back up to like one step behind NBA 3.
Wrong thing to do.
They threw the ball to him at the coach's hash. He looked at me and looked at the floor and looked at me and let it go and started turning to walk away.
All day.
And he got him. So I go, okay. I know who he is now because I know history of him, but at then you're in the game, you don't know. I go, okay, I take 2 steps above the 3-point line. He throw the ball into him again. He faked me and took a dribble step sideways and let it go again. And would you guard him? He's 6'8", I'm 6'3". So I go, nah, press up on him. They throw the ball, got his back to me. He turned and let it go. That ain't going in. I turn around and go, and the crowd going crazy now. Hit 3 in a row. And I turn, look at the coach, and somebody at the table. I forgot who, I know it was Chutney Gray, another dude, St. John, all the time overseas. And look at him. I'm like, I get to the bench, and like, you did a good job. I said, what do you mean? I said, that's Lloyd Dan. He's like one of the top players ever playing NBA and all that. I said, why you put me on him? I'm like 16, 17. I'm like, but to me, he was teaching me. It was teaching me, like I said before, through adversity. Like, so now I knew how to guard. So when I guarded the Charles Jones and I knew how to guard them better. You ain't gonna stop them, but you gotta at least give them some type of pressure. But to see that person, like that's why I say it's hard when people think, you're top 10. That's hard because in New York City we had 50.
Had a lot, yeah.
That's why I tell everybody it's always like 4 dudes that make McDonald's American, but it's 20 dudes fighting for it.
Yeah.
Like
it's crazy.
In 94, 93, you remember this? In Harlem alone, on one team, you got who made McDonald's American, Reggie Freeman, Jay McCullough, Felipe Lopez.
Yep.
Yeah.
Forgot about Felipe Lopez.
He's a freshman. Then you go to the Bronx, St. Raymond's, Orlando Antigua, Terrence Rencher, Kareem Reed,
Yep.
Tyler. I ain't get the Bishop Lachlan and all the other ones,
All the Brooklyn
Ohio.
schools. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's 6 right there. That's fighting for.
That's when the PSL and the Catholic League was crazy.
My boy coaching now that played at North Carolina, point guard, that's coaching college. I played North Carolina point guard. That
Who, King Rice?
not King Rice. That played at Malloy.
Oh,
I can't his name right now. It's in my eye. I can't.
Yeah, I know you're talking about
coaching at Pacific right now. Like that's like those old dudes playing on the league.
yeah.
Like our boy played at Arizona.
Yeah.
That he reffing now.
Yeah,
Phillips.
he played in what Catholic? He played in the Catholic school.
Yeah, I think Malloy one of them. Like it's like you said, we go all day long. Like so many dudes that just in that era that just was crazy that you'd be like, oh man. And then people around the world be like, yeah, I remember watching them play in college.
Yeah.
Like that's why I said it's just hard. It's a hard 10. But I gave you like 25, 30, so somebody else come behind me can borrow a couple.
Yeah. Man, but here, like we said, man, a lot of people they want to give people their roses, but here, we give stamps here, and to us, man, you of course, you a legend.
Yeah.
Man,
Giving me a headache.
You was one of the first guys. You was one of the first guys to kick this N1 thing off, man.
Yeah,
One of the first guys, one of the true guys that started the tour, was on the tour. That whole tour changed the culture. That brand changed the culture. And like we said, man, we want to give you your stamp. You are a legend.
Yeah, man.
Yo, Mixtape Tour Stories with Headache.
Yes, sir. Thank you, brother. We appreciate you.
Thank you for having me. And just Just let me know when stores coming to you soon. We're gonna have these toy soldier dolls called the mannequins. They the dopest things ever, yo.
Hey, when we can unclassify what happened in the mixtape tour, bro.
Oh, now it'd be a lot of guys.
Let bro.